What is going on out there, good people? And welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am fabulous. Just sitting down to get another trade recap done. I don't think I got one done for yesterday, so we are overdue. And today was a good day, y'all. Was a nice solid green day. Traded 3 of the Apex PA accounts that we have. We were green in all 3 of them, and in one of them we actually reached the target threshold to be able to request a payout. So we are not gonna give back much money, if any, so that we can request that payout after 10 days of trading. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up the trade performance sheet. This one here is showing for the last 2 days. It's showing that we had a gross profit of $21.46. We gave back $1,047 and we made $10.99. So that was the past 2 days. Let's go ahead. Let us just look at today's numbers. And today we had a gross profit of $1,151. We gave back $291. That left us with a net profit of $861. Batting average fairly low today, 62.79. So not good there, but average winning trade 42.63, average losing trade $18.13. That's good. That's for a RR of a little more than 2.35. Largest winning trade 315, largest losing trade 42.50. Those numbers are good. And like I said, this was trading 3 different accounts on the PA account. The past 2 days, I have been trading a different type of strategy than what y'all have been used to me seeing. This is a strategy that I kind of looked at over the weekend. I found a script that would put supply and demand lines on a chart and kind of looked that over this weekend, doing some back testing myself and Spark, who's with Spark and Trade here on YouTube. And I liked the results that I was seeing. Now I'm just trying to perfect it, trying to kind of tweak it. I am more so a momentum trader, and I'm going to get this out of the way. I am more so a momentum trader, and this is more so of a supply and demand type strategy. But what I did, I revamped my layout. What you're looking at here is my left-hand screen. So this is the screen that's to the left of me. And I have set up my system now because I'm trading 3 different accounts. It's set up to where I could trade 3 different accounts at one time. And I am able to look at 8 different time frames at one time with this layout. So I am loving this layout. So this is my left-hand screen. Upper area, this is to trade 1 account. And on the upper left, I have a 1,000 tick chart. Upper right, I have a 500 tick chart. Lower right, I have a 200 tick chart. And lower left, I have a 4-hour tick chart. So this 4-hour tick chart, or this 4-hour chart is a macro time frame. This is not something that I really use intraday. I just like to see where we're at on a bigger time frame. And that's what this chart is for. But this lower area, you see they're all blue. They're all linked. This is one setup that I could take a trade from this Superdome. Up the upper, you see it's like this violet color. Those are all linked. I could take a trade from that one. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bring up my main screen, which y'all are used to seeing me trading from. This one has an additional 4 charts on it. Upper left is a 2-minute chart. And where's my mouse at? There we go. Upper left, 2-minute chart. Upper right, 1-minute chart. Lower right, 15-minute chart. Lower left, a 5-minute chart. So I have 7 different intraday levels that I can trade or that I can watch at any one time. I'm gonna blow up the 5-minute real quick, just so that we can kind of look and see what the market did today before we get to doing our quick recap. I'm only going to recap the trades that I took in the 25K account, which is the account that I traded from the main screen. So that works out pretty good. But just looking at this chart, you notice something different that you have not seen on my charts in the past. And those are supply and demand levels. These are not boxes that I put on the chart. These are boxes that are automatically generated based on a script that I am running in NinjaTrader. We see the market opened at 9:30 and just sold all the way off, y'all. We were up around 488. This thing went down to 416. What's that? 70 points in 5 minutes. Nasty. Then you see a demand line get drawn. What this does, if I'm going to trade this, it tells me where my entry can be, and then it tells me where my stop. So this particular one had an entry is about 420. Stop was 409, about 11 points. That's not bad risk to reward, but you were not going to catch this anywhere in here. This thing just rocketed up. Comes up, breaks. So when it flushed down, it lost a 4-hour level, previous day's close, previous day's low. Came down here to the hourly 50 moving average, and it caught support. Pushed all the way back up through previous day's low, through previous day's close. Kind of chopped around. Yeah, VWAP up in here too. Kind of chops around. And guess where it's rejecting at? At a support level. So support pushes the stock down. Demand brings the stock up. Another way to say it. Support, resistance. And I said support. This is supply. I'm sorry. This is supply. I got to get used to these terminology. Demand, supply. Supply pushes the market down. Another way of saying resistance. Demand pushes the stock up. Another way of saying support. So support, resistance, demand, supply. All right, there we go. But comes up on the supply, pushes it down, kind of chops around. All the time, drawing new supply and demand areas. This demand comes up, draws a new supply, pushes it back down. Once it breaks a level, it will go from being this bright green to this shaded area. So if you look at this, this demand came in at 940 and it is still dark, which means that this demand is still good. This demand is good. All of these demands are still good. They have not been broken. You look at supply, no supply from this morning is still good. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw a trend line. I'm going to draw a trend line because I like this. Let's see, where do I want to draw it at? Let's go right there. I draw my trend lines. I don't draw them based on like the wicks. I like to have as many points touching as I can. So you get 2 touching there. You got like all of that touching right there. You come through here, you get those touching. You get a wick touching. That's how I like to draw my trend lines. But if you notice, every time this thing came down to the trend line, look at what it did. It started a new demand. Boom, starts a new demand. Comes up, gets back down. This is the part of the trading that I have to get my mind wrapped around because I'm a momentum trader. I never like to see a stock pull back. When it pulls back, I don't think that is good. But notice it pulls back into demand, finds support, off to the races. So when this came up and got back down up in here, all of these are good entries. 466, put your stop at 460. That's only 6 points. On an MNQ, that's $12. Because if it breaks this demand, then the move is dead. But this thing took off. That is what I have to get used to looking at. But let's just kind of scroll through, look at what this thing continued to do. Right here, 4 o'clock, it drops a new demand right at the trend line. That is funny how that works. I don't totally understand the dynamics of this particular script. All I know is these supply and demand levels are bangers. And like I said, every time it breaks a level, that's no longer valid. That's no longer valid. Broke that one, tried to start a new one, crushed it. Got way away from our trend line that we just drew. This is after hours. If you noticed, I was showing $8 that I was up. That was because I had took a trade right around here. But this was a supply. It finally breaks this supply. And notice this supply line right here is dark. This one is still valid. That one's still valid. Come up, we get a new demand, pushes into that. We noted that hadn't been broken because it's still dark. Let's keep going. Looky here, y'all. Remember this trend line that I drew from this morning? Look where it has come and it tried to find support. It's broken up under it, and now we are under a level that we pretty much stayed above all morning. The only time that we broke that was around 2:30. It broke it, got back above it, used it as support. So this is after hours. I'm doing this video. It is now going on 10 o'clock, and we are up under it with an area of supply. Keep wanting to say support with the area of supply. If you wanted to, let's see here. This is 583. Up there is 589. If you think that this is going to fail, 583, 589, that is 6 points. You could take one MNQ and put your stop right there. Right there. And you're banking that this thing is coming back down. So that's the beauty of these supply and demand lines. Think about it had you took it up here. If you got one right there, 585. Top of that is 589. That's 4 points of risk. This thing went from 585 down to 575. That's 10 points. That would have been a 2R trade. That would have been a 2R trade. Let's go ahead. Let's shrink that back down. I'm going to come over to the 1 minute chart. This will be a little easier to look at trades. And we're going to just focus on the trades I took this morning. We're already 14 minutes into this video, so I don't want to keep y'all too long. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to blow 14 minute, blow up the 1 minute chart. First trade that we took was at 8:55. We took that before the market opened. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to pull up the trade log. And now I got to scroll back over. I have these charts set to what they call global tracking. So when I move it on one chart, it moves it on all of the charts. Kind of makes it a little easier, but sometimes it could be a little headacheish. But let's look at this first trade that we took at 8:56. We took another trade at 4:09 in the morning. That one was a green trade. So we started the morning up about $14.50. I took a long right here, y'all. Now with this particular strategy, remember I said I got 8 different charts that I could look at. 7 of those are intraday charts. 7 of them are intraday charts. One of them is that 4-hour chart. If 4 of the 7 charts are in any particular color, so let's say 4 of the 7 charts are red, I should be looking for short trades. And just the opposite. If 4 of the 7 are green, I should be looking for longs. So I go long right here. On the 1-minute chart, it's red. 2-minute chart, it's green. 5-minute chart, it's green. 15-minute chart is green. So we have 4 of the 5 are green. Yeah, see, let's bring this over just a little bit. There we go. 4 of the 5 are green. Oh, I'm sorry. 3 of the 4 that's on this particular screen are green. I'm almost positive that the tick charts were probably going to be red though. So should not have been trying to go long right here. I'm looking, I don't really see any demands. I see a very thin demand right here on the 1-minute chart, but I don't see demand on the 2-minute. I don't see demand on the 5-minute, and I definitely don't see a close demand on the 15. And I did get clapped. I lost $10 on this trade, so no big deal. Tight stop. We kept it pushing. After that, I did flip because now I'm seeing, if you go over here, supply right above us and supply on top of that one. Got supply on the 1-minute. 5-minute still green, 15 still green. I'm sure, like I said, those tick charts were probably red. I take this short and it works to perfection, comes down, hits my 4-hour level. I get out of that trade. I make $21 and I make $17. So we are now green on the morning. Nice solid trade. Let's keep on scrolling over. Market opens right here. 9:45. I go short. 2 minutes red, 1 minute's red, 5-minute is red, and the 15 is green. But I'm going short at previous day's close. This thing had pushed back up after the market opened. I would have wanted to see this kind of push back down and then do a reset. So going short right here, even though I got supply right there, and you see it was short-lived, that was not a very, very smart thing to go short right there. This one here, I do get clapped pretty good because this must have been a big range. Let's see, 53, 71. Yeah, it's about 18 points. I lost $42. That's about right. So not good. Took the loss there. Took this one short, that one short, and get stopped out there. That's the one I lost the $42 on, that big move right there. Then we get up here, and now I'm just kind of FOMOing. I go long right here. See it because it's on the left. Not much room in the trade because the 4-hour level is there. Anytime I got a level, I'm always going to assume that it's going to come up and meet some rejection, which it did. So I go long right here, makes the move. I do make money. This made the move and came back. I ended up buying another piece and I got out right there. So this one I made $11 and $12 and $13.50. So I was in 3 positions right here and I got out right there. Then I get the harebrained idea to go long again. But look at this one, y'all. I'm long here. 4-hour level is right there. Why are you buying for the breakout? You know this 4-hour level is going to hold, LMD. What are you doing? What I'm going to do is I'm about to lose some money, y'all. And this one, I got clapped seriously. So long, I'm out of the position. I go back long. I stop out down here, y'all. This was the demand that I was looking at, but this demand means nothing when you got a 4-hour level and you have supply right on top of it telling you not to go long. I get clapped. I lose 40 bucks, 39 bucks. And now I am red on the morning. After that, I switch over to NQ after being red. Let's look at these trades real quick. And I'm going to get y'all up out of here. We're right at my 20-minute mark. Pretty good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Am I going the right way? There we go. Yep. Let's look at these on the 1-minute chart. So, let us click this to there so it can switch to NQ and be on track. Let's get on over. There we go. All right, here we are in Q. And we go short. 2-minute is red. 1 minute is green. 5-minute is red. 15-minute is green. So we got 2 out of the 4 flip-flopped both ways. We go short below VWAP. We hadn't got the test of VWAP. I don't see supply on the 2-minute. I don't see it on the 1 minute, and I don't see it on the, I do see it on the 5-minute, but it's way up there, way up yonder. But we get 1 piece, we get 2 piece, we get 3 piece, and it comes back down. Yes, it comes back down. We lose $20 on this one. We make $150 on that one, and we make $315 on that one. That makes us green on the day, $381. And then this thing just keeps going. It just gives up the ghost. Didn't want to see that though. When this came down, pushed back up, I just had my stopping place to get out. Got out of that position, and we called it a day, y'all. That was it. I did take those other trades, like I said, around 7 o'clock it's looking like. I can give you the numbers on that. Those were on MNQs. I lost $1.50, lost $1.50, made $5 and made $6.50. And that is what we did today, y'all. Decent day overall. I switched this over to NQ on this move primarily because of this supply, but we were a good ways away from it. I probably could have saved the headache of taking this one and that one and just took these as they got closer. And like I said, this is something that I got to get used to doing because I'm used to just seeing these things go. I'm not used to seeing them come back to a supply or demand level and then taking it for the move back down. But supply 4-hour level, it's pretty good confirmation that this is going to get pushed back down. It did, and then it just chopped around, and then you saw the rest of the day, it just ran. It just ran. And now look, we're back about to break out of this supply that I thought might get pushed down. This market is strong. This market is extremely strong. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this one up. As always, I appreciate y'all checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, now would be an excellent time to do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comment section. Anybody out there use supply and demand levels? I would be curious. How do you use them? Like I said, for me, this is the way that I use them. Spark with Spark and Trade. He has built an algo that uses them as well. So that is one of his strategies. I'll still be looking for momentum style trades, but I will say this does make it a whole lot easier. Takes a lot of the guesswork out. All I got to do is get 4 of these 7 charts to confirm a particular direction. And then I just look for a supply or demand level that I think is going to hold. Usually I don't want it to be more than a 10-point range. And then I just get in the trade. I'm going to be curious to see what this level does, because guess what? That supply that we just looked at, it did not break. Let's take a peek at this real quick, man. I know I said I was gone. We'll leave. We'll get up out of here straight from this screen right here. But I just want to show this again. Look at this, y'all. Look at that right there. So see, these are the ones I like, because if this comes up to 88, I'll buy right there at 88. 88.50 is the stop. So I could put this at 89, give this 1 point. 1 point for this thing to just head back down to the depths of nowhere. It's kind of like why I like this supply and demand, because these levels, I don't know what this code is using to draw them. And again, let's back this out. This level came in at 8 o'clock. It came up. It got tested. You could have bought right there at 86 and this thing went 10 points down. And then it came back and it got right to the edge. All it had to do was peek out of there and this level was done. But the bear said, no, we're not having that. And it pushed it back down. Spark used to always say, I'm looking for it to get back in that zone so I can buy and get a discount. I see exactly what he was talking about now. Man, you get a great discount up there. Why buy down here? Buy it up here, and if it peekaboos and stop you out, you've lost 1 or 2 points. But if this is a true supply and this market is going back down, you just got this thing at a steal of a price. Like I said, if you bought this one right here, 86, the top is 88. That's 2 points, maybe give it 3. 1 MNQ, $6. 1 NQ, $60. And this thing went 10 points. Beautiful. On that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again, maybe tomorrow. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade. I know I won't be able to trade in the morning. So we'll see what it looks like in the afternoon. On that note, I am out of here. Peace.